thank you so much, Michelle, for joining me today. I'm so excited to kind of wrap up our last segment and talk about some of the do's and don'ts when you're home buying. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we suggest doing from a professional standpoint when you are looking at home buying. Be your own advocate. And I wouldn't shy away from asking other professionals. So if you have a friend that's a lender, or you have someone that's in title, you have someone that's an escrow, and you're like, I really need an agent, ask them. They know all the players. They know who's going to work with you, your personality type. And then don't be afraid to interview them. This is potentially one of the biggest purchases you'll make, and this potentially could be your legacy and what you leave for your family. And so I would suggest interviewing your agents. It's like, I would compare it to like going to a physician. Like if I have something wrong with my knee, I'm going to go to my doctor and ask my doctor who I should see. I'm not going to knock on my neighbor's door and be like, hey, Joe, like, who should I, what orthopedic surgeon should I see? Yeah. Like you want to go to other professionals that know the other people in that field. So be your own advocate and get fully underwritten. We talk about this all the time, right, Michelle? We talk about prep. Yeah. And make sure you're your own advocate and make sure that you're fully underwritten and prepared. So when you meet with your agent and you've picked that person, I would suggest making sure that you've picked someone that wants to sit down with you and do a buyer's consultation. And it takes maybe 15-20 minutes to really get a feel for what you're looking for, and that they encourage you to bring all the decision makers, you and your husband, or if it's just you, or maybe you're buying a house with your sister and it's just the two of you. Make sure everyone's on board and everyone has a say, so your agent and your professional has a really good idea of what you're looking for. So instead of looking at every single house that's on the market, you're really dialed into the area that you want to be in and the type of home that you want to be in, because time's valuable, and it's important to use your time wisely as the home buyer. And let's talk about some of the don'ts. So tell me, when you found your agent, you found your lender, you're fully underwritten, what don't you want to not do? What do you want to avoid doing when you're in the home buying process?
Yes, this is huge. It's so important to be prepared, like what you talked about, and all the things you should do.
Right.
But you could stumble your way into a bad transaction. But if you do some of the things I'm going to talk about, you could literally take yourself out of the home buying process entirely by messing up any one of these things. So it's really important. So anything that affects your income, your assets, or your credit can be a deal maker or a deal breaker. So when you are home shopping, it is not advised to change employment unless you consult with your lender and make sure that the change of employment is not going to impact your ability to obtain credit. A lot of times what sounds like a promotion to you or a vertical move to that next step of your career could actually be a step backwards in your home buying process. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it can happen and it can be true. So just talk to someone so you understand before you make that decision if it's going to delay your ability to buy a home or if it's going to keep you on track for your home buying plans. The second thing is debt or your credit. You have to be very mindful to hopefully not open any new trade lines. That could be in the form of a new car, co-signing for a family member that needs a new car or a house, timeshares. People never think about timeshares.
That's so true.
They add to your carrying of debt, and they can impact your purchase power. So anything that has to do with debt is huge. It is one of those deal maker, deal breaker guidelines in the loan process. So you need to talk to someone to make sure it is not going to alter your ability to buy a home. And the last thing is your assets. If you're thinking about moving money around, making a new investment, spending money on something, again, it's always smart to talk to your lender before you make the decision so you just understand if it's going to impact your home purchasability or not. Sometimes people call me and ask me and I'm like, go ahead, it's fine. It's not going to affect you. Other times people call me and I'm like, if you buy that car, you can't buy a house anymore. It can make the difference.
Yeah, that's happened to you, right? Just recently you had a scenario where someone, did one of the don'ts because they didn't realize and they lost that ability to buy their, their home, their dream home.
I have so many stories, so many positive stories where people called me and checked and then they were able to make an intentional choice that kept them on the path of home buying.
Yeah.
And I've had those tragic stories where they didn't know, they forgot, whatever.
Yeah.
And they didn't check with me and they went and made a big purchase or spent a big chunk of money, didn't realize that it would impact their ability to get home financing, and so it's delayed their ability to buy a home for, it could be a year.
Yeah.
Change of jobs. That can delay your home buying ability for up to 2 years if you change your job type entirely.
Yeah, you need to see the
or
history.
you go from being a salaried person to a independent contractor. People don't realize the nuances of that.
Right.
So again, just communication is key. I tell all my clients, like, we will be in constant dialogue. And I'm here as a resource.
Yeah.
Any questions, any other decisions you're trying to make, it takes 2 minutes to call and just say, hey, is this something I need to be concerned about or not?
Right.
And that way you don't jeopardize your ability to buy your home.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
So just to recap, do's, be your own advocate, interview, and make sure you have your buyer consultation with your professional, and pick your lender. Make sure you've picked someone that you want to work with, and that encourages you to get fully underwritten so you are prepared. And that's someone that's going to check in with you and make sure you are, well versed in the do's and the don'ts.
Absolutely.
And the don'ts, career change, check with your lender first. Don't buy a boat. Don't buy a plane. Don't buy a timeshare. You never know. We
Don't
live
go
in
to Vegas
Vegas
and spend all your money for your down payment.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
What's our tip for the week, Allie?
Tip of the week? Okay, so I'm super pumped on this. This has been open for a few months now. It's in the Riviera Village. I feel like everything is in the Riviera Village. Like we're talking about the Rex. Like now we're talking about Wellspring. So I've been dying, and it's on my list of things to do, and I really want to make it a point to go there. Like I want to get a group of people and go. It's called Wellspring 88. They offer yoga, they offer group classes, they do private sessions, and they offer sound baths, which I'm so, I've never done one before, and I really wanted to go try it out. They also have like Native American classes where you can get entrenched in the spiritual side of Native American rituals. It's just, they offer a plethora of classes. So it's on Catalina, and it's 1612 South Catalina Avenue in Redondo Beach. So I would recommend trying it out. I want to try it out. It's been on my list of things to do, but it's newer to the Riviera Village. So
fun.
We should do that.
Try. I would love to. I've never done a sound bath. So I would really enjoy that.
That would be fun, right?
Yeah.
A little refresh.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. We'll put it on the calendar.
All right.
Seriously, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Yeah,
I keep saying I'm going to bring the Bisignano group, and we're going to do it.
We're
going
to show up for our next podcast with our singing bowls right
Bring
here.
your own BYO singing bowl.
Down.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.